Alright guys, it's time to learn your very first chord progression for jazz. And this progression is 2-5-1 progression. It's the most common progression used in jazz music, and that's actually the progression which you can find in any jazz song, any jazz piece. So it's really, really famous. Alright, there are two arts of this progression. One is major 2-5-1 progression, and there is also minor 2-5-1. In this video, we're going to concentrate ourselves on a major 2-5-1 progression. So that's how this progression sounds like in C major. Yeah, C major. Alright. So how this progression is actually structured and built up. So we start with 2. Why with 2? Because 2 is our second note in the C major scale. Yeah. So we start with G, and we start this progression with D minor 7th chord. So that's our second. Then we are going to 5th dominant chord, and it's G7, or I prefer to play this inversion because it's easier to play from D minor 7. So I go down to G7. It's our 5th, and if this 5th, this G7 chord resolutes into C major 7th chord. Yeah? So the progression is D minor 7th, G 7th, G dominant 7th, and C major 7th. Yeah? So you just have to remember, if you got the key, for example, in C major, so always you start playing this progression from the second note, and you're building the minor 7th chord from the second note, so in this case from D. Then, after you build this chord and you play this chord, you're going up to the 5th note, to G in this case, and you build G's dominant 7th chord. Alright? And afterwards, you resolute this chord into the 1st, and you play C major 7th chord from the 1st note, from the root note, yeah? So that's how we do this. A lot of jazz standards use this progression, and there are actually a lot of ways to play it and to practice it. And yeah, so we practice it with you now with C 2-5-1 progression. Now let's do the same with B flat. So I play C minor 7th chord. C is our second now. Then F dominant 7th chord, because F is the 5th. And now the 1st, B flat major 7th chord. Now let's do the same from A flat. Now it was B flat minor 7th chord, our second. Now E flat dominant chord, our 5th, and A flat 7th chord. Alright, so we can do this kind of progression. That's the best way for you how to learn this progression, just using this this circle of notes. Yeah, so we start now from B flat, now from A flat, now from G flat, and so on. Yeah, so that's the best way how to build these chords. And I would say let's try to make the same with the extensions. So we talked about 9th, 11th and 13th, and there is an opportunity to build this progression also with this note. So yeah, it's or 9th with 11th. So that's D minor 11th chord. And now we are playing G13s here with minor 9. And now C major 9. So one more time. That's the opportunity how to play it. And also you can play it like there are also some other opportunities to play, but let's stay on this one first of all. And let's do the same from G, for example. So G is now our second. Yeah, so that's the chord. So we got here. That's the chord. Now C 7th, 13th. Alright, just try to repeat these chords. Alright, so that's how we do this. And yeah, now let's try to use this scale and this progression, and also to improvise a little bit. So we are playing it in F minor, so F major. So we start with in B flat major. So we started with our second minor 7th chord. Now we're going to A flat major. And now to F to G flat major. The interesting thing, the last chord was actually the famous song Misty. Yeah. That's how it is. And yeah, in the next videos we're gonna definitely learn with you sheet music of famous jazz standard Misty, written by Elroy Gardner. There we are using really often the 2-5-1 major scale, yeah, and yeah, so that's how we do this. Alright guys, so just practice these progressions. Try to use also some inversions because it will help you also. So for example, and also add some different notes, because you have actually the full freedom here in jazz. You can select what you play, and that's the great thing on it. Alright guys, so now you know how to build this 2-5-1 progression. We will definitely have this progression many times in the next pieces we're going to learn. Of course, we will pay attention to it especially. And in the next video we're going to talk about another 2-5-1 progression, and it is 2-5-1 minor progression. Yeah? Alright guys.